I'd like to greet all human beings all around the world with the universal greetings of peace and blessings of God be with you. Tonight happened to be Thursday, March the 19th, the year 2020. The time is 8:02 p.m. 2020 is a perfect vision. A perfect vision in this day and age in this world can be a perfect change. And that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a perfect vision and a perfect change. I greet all human beings all around the world with the universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. It doesn't matter what your political, philosophical, personal, nor religious beliefs may be. It doesn't matter whether you're the richest to the poorest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't even matter whether you are the proclaimed toughest to the proclaimed weakest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't matter whether you like me, like my YouTube videos, whether you give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. As I always tell you, like my granddaughter in Chicago tell me to tell y'all, Janiyah says, when you give us a thumbs down, it motivates my granddad to just keep on going, telling the truth. You know, first I want to say with all of my family and my friends, we are mourning the death of one of my twin sisters who God called home yesterday in the southwest suburbs of Chicago. God called my two youngest daughters down here with me. He called their mother home on Sunday, March the 15th. And we're going to travel to let my daughters and them say their final goodbyes. And we thank our three aunties down here in southeast Missouri and our two uncles and our cousin that came by and showed us love and prayed with us for this journey. And we thank God for the church, Powerhouse Church of God and Deliverance here in Charleston, Missouri. What I want to tell people today is a lot of people would tell you a lot of things about Raymond Lewis Ivy. But Raymond Lewis Ivy, since I've been here on the soils of Charleston, Missouri, all I've been doing is trying to fight for justice. I'm not a racist. I'm not a radical. I'm not a militant. I don't hate nobody. I hate evil spirits. I'm going to tell y'all that's been having problem with racism here in Charleston, Missouri. I'm leading by example. I led by example in the past in Matthews, Missouri, when it was about 20 of us waiting in line to be seated at what was then Flying J's truck stop. We stood up for about 40-some minutes, 45 minutes at the door waiting to be seated as a group. Groups of white individuals or Caucasians coming in and they was being seated continuously. Bottom line, it costed Flying J's hundreds of thousands of dollars for lawyers going back and forward from the Human Rights Commission and the EEOC from the state of Missouri. They paying lawyers to defend the racism. You see, win, lose, or draw, you losing because if you would have took the proper steps and not discriminated against the 20 of us that came in there, you wouldn't have been paying them hundreds of thousands of dollars. Whether the jury found y'all not liable or not, them lawyers didn't represent you for free. You see, Black Gold potato farms here in Charleston, Missouri, which they scattered at least about 12 different other states. had little black dolls on cable wire hanged up. A lot of blacks said, well, this is what they've been doing for years. You see, because those blacks accepted it, God didn't send me all the way from Chicago down here to accept that when I wouldn't accept it in Chicago. And when I approached about it, wasn't nothing done. Then the whites had got to the point they were spraying KKK on 3 trash cans. You see, I told them about that. They didn't do nothing. Went to their corporate. They didn't do nothing. Then they started using the word, the N-word, and said, well, y'all use it among yourselves. So why would you be offended if somebody else of another nationality, such as Caucasian, use it towards y'all? This is a manager that came all the way from Mississippi to Southeast Missouri. But you see, in the end, the other people didn't do nothing about it. When corporate wouldn't do nothing about it, I filed with the Missouri Human Rights Commission, which the EEOC, the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, they filed dual charges against Black Gold Farm for discrimination, racial discrimination. You see, Black Gold Farms and Flying J, when they was in business, they know Raymond Lewis Ivy. I would be like Rosa Parks. I done paid my fare on the bus, and I had a right to sit anywhere besides in the bus driver's seat. Hey now. Hey, how you doing? Oh, doing and making a little old YouTube, trying to get us justice in this town. Right. You know what I mean? Let them know that 1619 been over with. Right. Slavery is over with. Hey, how y'all doing? Good. All right. Power to the people, brothers. Right. All right. But when you fighting against injustice, you got to fight a proper fight. You can't go up cussing the people out. You see what I'm saying? You can't go up there with these here. You pick up a pen and paper and use this. Let me show you something. This is 2 envelopes here. You see, in October of 2019, I complained to managers and district managers about the Family Dollar store here in Charleston, Missouri at 601 South Main Street, store number 9411. About a white female refused to wait on me and another black individual. Instead, she left us standing at the counter and waited on a Caucasian and never came back. They said they'll do something about it. That was 5 months ago. Next month it'll be 6 months. Still, they haven't told me anything. February 11th, 2020, the time of the vision, the new change. My 13 and 14-year-old went in the same store, the same female approached my then 13-year-old daughter and asked her, is that a wig on your head? My daughter said, yes, ma'am. Then she said, you know you don't supposed to be in here. My daughter said, no, why? Why shouldn't I have to be? Why couldn't I be in here? Well, you know you and your mother came in the store today on the February the 13th now. Mother lived in Chicago, Illinois. But mother came in there stealing and been coming in there regularly. And my 14-year-old told this Caucasian female employee, show me a picture of my daughter, of my sister. She couldn't produce it. I made a complaint on the 13th, on the 14th, and so many other days, and I was told they'll get back with me. Never got back with me. But this same female just kept on coming to work. Now, on March the 7th, on a Saturday evening, they fired her. But let me tell you, it didn't have nothing to do with what she did to me and my daughter, because if it did, she'd have been fired 5 months ago. So let me show you what I did, because today, they still haven't got back with me. First envelope, I want you to take a close look. I'm just gonna cover up the one thing. You see what this say? This say Missouri Department of Labor and Industrial Relations, Human Rights Commission, Missouri Commission on Human Rights. Notice that a complaint has been filed. You see what this says? Raymond Ivy versus Family Dollar. And that's a complaint number. That's the first one for what they did to me. They worker did to me in October of 2019, and they never came back to me. A racial discrimination. Let me show you this one. Oh, and then you'll look at the date on this here too to let you see its update. The other one I just showed you, this update too. Same thing. You see the date? March 16th, 2020. Same thing. Raymond Ivy versus Family Dollar store. You see, they're going to have to tell the commission, and see, they finna spend lawyers, because the commission sometime before they get through with their investigation, they actually do you want a right to sue. I already have 2 attorneys that's on standby. We gonna see what Family Dollar says. But you see, Family Dollar may be able to do y'all the way they did my 2 daughters, my daughter and me, and y'all don't do anything about it. But Family Dollar gonna remember me. Family Dollar gonna remember me, and they gonna remember my daughters. You see, because it's finna cost them some money for discriminating against me. I'm not gonna go up there and cuss them out. I'm not gonna go up there fighting them. I'm gonna take them to the courts, and they gonna have to pay. You see what I'm saying? They gonna have to pay attorneys to try to defend what they did, but what they did is on camera. You see what I'm saying? My complaints, it's all facts. I'm gonna leave y'all as I came. Those of y'all that come to me about what you have to do, all you have to do is Google up the Human Rights Commission for the phone number for the Missouri Human Rights Commission. They'll take your complaint over the phone. They'll hook you up with intake. Intake will send you a 1 or 2 page thing to fill out. And all you got to do is tell your story. But tell the truth. The whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help me God. Family Dollar, I tried. You see what I'm saying? I bent over backwards. Go point at it. Y'all see what that is? Can you get it real good, boo-boo? Did you get it? Charleston Police. Every time I'm out here with my camera. But anyway, I'm going to leave as I came. Y'all pray for us on this trip to go let my daughter say their goodbyes to their mother. May she rest in peace. May my twin sister rest in peace. And may my enemies' minds and hearts be turned around, and let them know they only my enemies because they are ignorant of not understanding what I'm doing. I'm fighting for them and they don't even know it. Peace. Be still.